Hey, what's up, guys? Ron Harris here, and Portugal Pro just ended a few minutes ago. And look at this. Neckzilla did it again, back-to-back wins. Didn't even need to keep competing. He had his Olympia qualification, but he stayed over there in Europe, went over to Portugal from Italy, and look at that. He's got another win. Let's take a look at how he looked today, which I give the guy credit. He tightened up. I'm never going to be a huge fan of this guy's shape, structure, all that, but boy, that's a lot of muscle. And could he be even leaner than that? Sure. It wasn't the toughest lineup. He's going to have to be a lot leaner than this to crack top 10 at the Olympia. He's probably going to have to come down a few pounds, which I do not doubt he will do together with his coach. But look at that. This front lat spread, very, very impressive shot for him. Really the only shot of his I don't like is his front double. That front lat, amazing. His side chest, side tries, just astonishing shots. This guy's just a freak of nature. He is a monster, and he pulled it off. And as you see, he beat out Nathan Dasha, who I thought was going to be his closest competition. We'll look at the call-outs of top four in a second, because I honestly had I had Nathan in second. Bruno Santos ended up in second place. Fabian Mayer, we'll take a look at him too. That's interesting because he just missed the weight for Classic. He had hoped to be a little taller today, and he was not. So that's what happened. So here was top four. Call out. You have Nathan, Rubiel, Bruno, and Fabian. Like I said, Fabian had counted on being a little bit taller and making the next weight categorization in Classic, I guess you'd say, but he missed it. He was just under the height that he thought he was, and he had to jump in here with the big boys instead of just going home. And, good for this guy. He ended up in fourth place against a pretty solid lineup of open guys. Had he done Classic, I do not doubt he would have won. He would have beat Horse MD. We'll take a look at Horse, but Fabian would have beat him. But look at that there, Rubiel there. That rear double. He's so. I said he's not a wide guy. He doesn't have the widest clavicles, but he has so much mass on top of those clavicles. The upper back width, shoulders could be better, sure, but bam, and this is a work in progress, guys. He's a young man. He's just starting out in the IPB Pro League these past couple seasons. I think he's going to be moving up the ranks, and he's going to be someone we're going to be watching out for a very long time. I thought Nathan actually looked better than Italy, but it wasn't enough. There are already a ton of people commenting that Nathan was punished here for his comments about the judging and just the disrespect that he was showing the judging process and the judges themselves after he was fourth place in Italy. And I did have him as the rightful second place. I don't think he deserved to beat Rubiel. I don't think he was robbed of the win. But still, I think they did knock him down a place. I mean, I'm not a judge, but I've been to a lot of these things. We'll see what they have, Rubiel. There's some good backstage. There's some better lighting. That's the stream, which I didn't get. But this is Rubiel before he went on stage. And yeah, this is just a massive, massive human being. You can't help but be impressed. It's not the prettiest physique, no, but God, he's just loaded with so much muscle. And the conditioning, it's pretty good. It could be better, but we're nitpicky. We're looking for the best possible condition that a human being could have. This is that's the runner-up. We'll take a look at that. We'll take a look at Classic in a minute, but right now I want to stick to discussing Open. So who else had that? This was Bodybuilders Without Borders. Beyond Stage TV had some good stuff on there, I believe. I think they did anyway. No, maybe not. That'll be for the 212 and Classic when we get to that. Let's go to Bodybuilders Without Borders. Is that where we just were? Yeah, we were just there. If you guys know of any really good footage anywhere, let me know on Instagram. I don't think Nick has put his stuff up yet. Who was the best bodybuilder? That's Nathan backstage. Who's this? No. Yeah, here we go. This was Fabian. So I just want to take a good look. This was a guy that just missed Classic weight. And he could have just said, screw this, take my ball and going home, but he stuck around, jumped into Open. typically most classic guys, they don't have the mass to hang and open. Now, size-wise, he was not one of the bigger guys on that stage, but just for example, he was 4th place. He beat out someone like 5th place Joseph Kveton from Czech Republic, who has probably got 50 pounds of muscle on him, 40, 50 pounds, at maybe an inch taller. So props to this guy, Fabian Mayer. Again, a lot of chatter that he would have been the Open winner had he done that. So here's some more looks. This is still photos of the top four comparisons. And you can see Rubiel just size, he just dominated everybody. Biggest man up there by a mile. And Fabian over there on the right, I mean, he looks half of Rubiel's size. So apparently he wasn't scared. Bruno, I mean, it's arguable, but did Bruno really deserve to beat Nathan? I'm not there in person. I'm just going off some stuff on my computer screen. So it's kind of hard for me to say with any degree of authority. What have you guys got to say? Let's see. Nathan lost again. Yeah, LOL. What's up, Paul? Just got home. Did Bruno deserve it? I don't think so. I mean, I like Nathan's physique better than Bruno Santos. Bruno's got a solid physique, but Nathan's at another level. That's why Nathan has 12 pro wins and Bruno has 0 as far as I know. What's up? I'm recovering well. You can see, can't even barely see my scar, right? Just a little scratch there. Yeah. It's better. I don't even want to wear my sling, only when I go out. They punish Nathan for talking shit. Paul, that's how I feel. That sounds like a very plausible, logical theory to me. It's just a theory, though, right? Nathan will say he should have won. Yeah, I mean, Nathan thinks very highly of himself, which you have to. As a pro, you have to believe you're the best up there. But Rubiel had tightened up, and that really just slammed the door. Didn't leave the door open a crack this time. He tightened up considerably from a week ago, and he got it. Rubiel smoked everyone. Love your lives, Ron. Oh, thank you, man. Appreciate it, Smoked Up. He's gotten better each week. He's the only guy not sweating comparisons. Yeah, I mean, Rubiel, Nathan again, Rob. We'll be hearing from Nathan. Don't worry. I'm sure he's got. If you follow him on Instagram, I bet the story will be up now if it's not already up. If it isn't up now, it's going to be up soon. The Epi is singing Mrs. Nathan. He's not the level he used to be. I'm not there in person. I mean, the only difference I do see his obliques starting to bulge out a little bit to the side with Nathan. Other than that, I mean, it's the same physique that's won all these other shows. Yes, just conduct himself in a more dignified way. Now, if they really wanted to punish Nathan, he wouldn't have been 3rd place. He would have been like out of the top 5. But, then you could say that's too obvious, too blatant. It would be too obvious that they were punishing him, so they gave him 3rd place. But I don't think he deserved 1st regardless. Yeah, just ask Nathan. I think he was a solid 2nd place. That's where I had him from all the stuff that I've seen so far. Fabian looked great. This is a weird bite. Only has been penalized maybe because he's downsized. He's talking too much shit. I think Bruno Santos should be beating him. Yeah, I mean, nothing against Bruno, but I don't think he's at the level of Nathan. I think Nathan's Madelman. Yeah, let's look at Madelman. We're going to focus on this for now. Who's got some good stuff in Madelman? Yeah, 212 winner Madelman. I got his full name because it's a long name. I think his routine is here. Yeah. Oh, that was the 212 top 3. It was Madelman, Nasser Syed. Who's Killer of Giants? Roman Lashenko. I have never even heard of this guy. From that name, he sounds like he's Russian. But let's see. Where'd I go? I already went right past it. Okay, so there's your 212. Madelman, whose name is Jose Maria Mete Gueriberi. I don't know. He lives in Spain. He's got 2 flags on his Instagram. I'm going to go nuts and assume the other flag is somewhere in West Africa, where he's probably originally from, with those genetics. But he was a very clear winner from all the pictures and the video clips that I've seen. Madelman, he's a very popular guy. He's got over 1 million followers too, which is, there's not too many 212 competitors that have massive followings. He's one of them. And yeah, he's solid from top to bottom, this guy Madelman. Great back, arms, legs. Yeah, calves could be better, but who cares? The only people that care about big calves are the people that have big calves. Ooh, that's a wacky way to hit the rear lat spread. You kept crunching it in. Let's go to the individual. Individual with Madelman. I know I saw an individual with him too. So this is Beyond the Stage. We got the Horse MD won the Classic. Yeah, now Horse, I actually had this other guy beating him. This Eduardo Duarte from Portugal. This guy on the left. I think I liked Horse a lot better as an open bodybuilder. The only thing that he's kept are those massive quads. Everything else is just so downsized. It's like seeing he's either natural now or he's very close to natural, like super low dose, because he had to drop. It was between 30 and 40 pounds of muscle from open to get to where he is now in Classic to make the weight for Classic. Take a look at his routine. Yeah, I mean, when you're this flat, because he's still got the biceps. The legs didn't really, they're down from where they were when he was 30, 40 pounds heavier. But man, he just looks really flat, really depleted to me. Apparently, according to Miguel Chain, even about half of the people in Brazil thought the other guy should have won, which is insane because the Brazilians are fiercely loyal to their athletes. And for them to think Horse MD, who Horse is very popular, another guy with over 1 million followers, good friend and training partner of Ramon Dino, for them to think that he didn't deserve the win, that tells you something, because typically the Brazilians are very, very biased toward the Brazilian athletes. But I'm not too concerned about it. I do believe, looking at that Fabian Mayer guy from Austria, Fabian would have blew this away, but he wasn't as tall as he thought he was, and he missed the weight. Let's go back to the comments. Agree with Nathan's last split. This one actually might be a ripoff. Yeah, but it was only one place, Paul. I'm sure it was a difference of a couple $1,000. He wasn't winning anyway. Fabian had the most pleasing physique up there. Yeah, I mean, well, that also makes sense, Jerry, because he's a classic physique pro. As far as I know, this was his open debut, and it was not planned at all. He did not mean to. Tarek was head judge. Yeah, well, there you go. I mean, I don't know why Tarek would have anything personally against Nathan, but Tarek is from Brazil and Bruno Santos is from Brazil, so let the conspiracy theories fly. I'm not saying anything. That's the way it's going to go in the chatter on the boards on the social media. Bodybuilders should look like Fabian, not Rubiel. Aesthetic, symmetry, conditioning. Wuston Fuchs, I agree with you 100%. I'm not a fan of Rubiel's shape. I like the guys with the better shape. That was a top 4 again. All right, so this was Beyond Stage TV. Let's see what IPB Portugal's got. Portugal had some stuff up too. Did they have Fabian? That's just pictures. These are just still photos of Madelman, Jose. Yeah, who had the video? Who had all the video, man? That's what I want. I want video. Who was the best bodybuilder? Nope, they didn't have it. So the next one is, I'm not even going to go into the guest posing because that's not that important today. Bodybuilders Without Borders. Okay, so who do they got? Oh, that was the top 4. We've already seen that. Yeah, guys, tell me what you see on Instagram if you see anything really good. I'm curious. I'm curious as to what's out there because I didn't get the stream. It was $60, and I'm a cheap ass. So. I am a cheap ass. Were they even covering this? Yeah. No, that was last week. That's not even today. That's Italy. So Beyond Stage TV. Who was the best bodybuilder? Man, this was Madelman winning. Good stuff. Who's going to place higher at the Mr. Evolution Pro? Nathan or Fabian? Well, turns out it was Nathan. Nathan beat him by one spot. Nathan was 3rd. He was 4th. But I mean, give Fabian credit, man. He was not supposed to even be in this show. He wasn't supposed to be in the open. Put it that way. I thought these guys had some posing footage. Fabian. Who's got? Let me look at the board. Let me look at what you guys are saying real quick. Conditioning isn't going to place top 5. Make this profanity. I gotta leave something else up. The moment the crowd booed. Yeah, the Portugal crowd, of course, the Portuguese guy got 2nd. They weren't happy about that. I'm not too surprised. Not too surprised. Gonna cry again. Christian is going to place top 6 at the Olympia. Oh, Jimmy, I don't think Rubiel had a real chance of being top 6 at the Olympia because we already have 4 Mr. Olympias competing. We have Derek Lunsford, Samson Dauda, Hadi Chupan, Brandon Curry. I honestly wouldn't have Rubiel beating Brandon unless Brandon's a little bit off. I know Rubiel's so big. I understand that. Sizes and everything. You also have Andrew Jack. You also have Martin Fitzwater. Probably a couple other guys I'm not even remembering right at this moment. Nathan's profanity for the judges. Yeah, I'm curious I wonder what Nathan's got up on his stories. You guys want to see? Has he posted anything yet? Oh, Nathan. Let's hope he didn't go too crazy. Nathan's stories. It was out. It was a long time ago. 20 hours. I'm just curious if he posted anything since the show was over. That was 6 minutes ago. Okay, here he is. Beyond the Stage TV. I don't remember seeing that on there. Well, he doesn't look happy, but doesn't look like he's really, really upset. I'm sure he is. Like I said, I don't, he might think he deserved to win. I don't think Nathan was beating Rubiel today. He beat Rubiel in Dubai because Rubiel's condition I think Rubiel was about 10 pounds heavier, fat in water in Dubai than he is right now, or today in Portugal, I should say. So all Rubiel had to do was tighten up to move past Nathan. Nathan's damn good. Don't get me wrong. 12 pro wins, 12 pro wins, guys. That's not insignificant. That's pretty damn good. All right, so here's his routine. Somebody taped it and he put it on his stories. Can't make that bigger? Yeah, I can make that a little bigger. This is an iPhone from like the 20th row. I'm thinking. Yeah, Nathan, obviously, everyone's got issues with their physique. Everyone. Something you can pick apart. Was he better here? I don't know. This is very, very blurry footage. This is not I wouldn't judge by the conditioning, because I bet you'll see the high-res images posted soon and you'll be like, wow, he was shredded. Most people look way better in the still photos than they do in the stream, unless it's like a 4K stream from Gilco. But yeah, it's third place. I know it's not what he wanted, but it's not embarrassing. Like I said, did they punish him? I don't know. But if they were really going to punish him, I think they would have placed him even lower than that. I think they would have put him in, like 6th, 7th, 8th place, something like that. But you say that would be too obvious. That'd be too obvious. Who's the best bodybuilder? See if Beyond Stage has anything new up. Yeah, I need to refresh my screen, huh? That's Horse MD. That's Madelman. I'll leave Horse MD up while we're getting to some of your comments. Rubiel will finish somewhere between 8th and 12th. Yeah, Vusten Fuchs, that sounds about right. Correct. Yeah, I agree with that. And that's not bad. If he could even make 10th, top 10 in your first Olympia, that's very prestigious. Most open pros never even get to the Olympia. They don't. 95% of all pros never make it to the Olympia. Of those that do, you can chop off another 70% of them never make the top 10. Nathan's punishment was just, it was a place off. Gus, you're right. He wasn't going to win. I didn't have him winning. Rubiel definitely deserves first. Nathan should have been second. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, no, I do agree with that. You're right. I'm not disputing you. I'm just trying to do too much thinking at once, and that doesn't really work out well for me. So who has the best footage is what I want to know. That's what I really want to see, the best comparisons. I guess let's leave this up for now while we're talking. Yeah, unfortunately, this banner that I have up, you can only see it when I take the comments off. Like if I go like that, there's the results. So Bruno has 1 pro. Oh, thank you. Yeah, Gus, I think he won a show in Brazil. I think it was a post-Olympia show. I could very, very well be wrong. Very, very well be wrong. I'm wrong all the time. Okay, so let's see. Text me some back. Bruno has 1 pro win. Bruno had a BBL. What? Does Milo still coach Bruno? That's a good question. It's a good question. You know, you can usually tell. Well, I'll go to Bruno's. Let's go to Bruno's Insta and see what if he has it in his bio, who his coach is. Sometimes the athletes do, and sometimes they don't. They don't list their coach. Oh, he's got nothing up from today. You know who had the? There's a relatively new Instagram called Muscle Insights Muscle Insight HQ, and they do. Is this it? Yeah. So what they do, they have the lineup and they tell you the coaches. So Bruno Oliveira Santos. Okay, so Bruno is coached, as you can see, by Ricardo Correa, who was a really good 212 pro from Brazil. He hasn't competed in a while, I don't think. It's been a while. But it tells you who the coaches are. So, like, I don't even know most of these people. Nathan is coached by Boss of Outlaw, Stefan Kienzel. Kveton, Thomas Barres, Antoine Loth, who was fifth, was Martin Winston. Rubiel is Francisco Espin, who is also the coach for Angel Calderon Frias. Yeah. And I think they're going to, do they have the coaches for everyone else? Oh, there you go. No, that was a different, that's Italy, guys. Pay no heed to that. Mr. Big Evolution Pro. Okay. Yeah, I wonder if Nick has his video up yet. Do I dare? If Nick Strength and Power has his video up, I would be curious. I would check his video. Descriptions, Nick. Does Nick have his video up? Videos. No, Nick has not put a video out yet. Nope. Has not. That's Bruno. Should probably look at this Antoine Loth. I mean, he was fifth place. I'm not very familiar with him, so I'm going to give this guy credit. He did make top 5 on a pro show today. He's the Grumpy Grizzly. Let's follow him. That was him last weekend in Italy. Grumpy Grizzly. Yeah, not a massive guy. I mean, for an open guy, he's not huge, but condition was right there. I'm sure that's, yeah, look at that. Look at that. Nice, crispy condition. I'm sure that's what helped him get into the top 5 today. I mean, this was last weekend, but I'm sure he's I'm sure he's in the same condition, if not better, today than he was there. What else we got from him? Yeah, there's the gym lighting. Looks pretty damn good. Antoine Loth. Yeah. I guess I'll leave Grumpy Grizzly, Bibles up borders. Leave Rubiel up. Who is this guy? Don't know who that is. Yeah. Take some more comments from you guys. Used to be classic. Did Bruno used to be classic? Is that who you're saying? Huh. Rude Boy coaches Bruno. Yeah, we just found out. I mean, I'm way behind on the comments. No like prep coach. Rude Boy to Bruno's diet. Roger that. What's up, Gregory? Rubiel's getting better, which is a good thing. Yeah. You know, at this point, I mean, between shows, it's not like 1 week to the next you're going to change. He's never going to change his structure or shape. It is what it is, but he can continue to build up his delts, his triceps, because in the front double, I know his triceps look big in the side shots, the side try, but right there, the biceps really just dominate that shot. If his tries swept down a little bit more, that shot would be even better. His front lat is a great shot. I love his front lat. Obviously, any most muscular with a guy like that, with that much mass, is going to be crazy. Invite Nathan for an interview here would be nice. Well, he's not going to talk to me now, but I would like to get him on soon. Coach Powers in the house. What's up, Alon? Will Nathan complain? He hasn't yet, but give him time. You know, I mean, I don't want to sound like I'm agreeing to the fact that he was being punished today, because I don't know if that's true. It's people are going to say that, and I don't know if it's true. I believe from the pictures and videos that I'm seeing, but I wasn't there, I would say he should have been second rather than third, which is still, it's not like he wasn't robbed of the win. He wasn't winning anyway. The difference is some money. He lost a couple $1,000 where he would have gotten made more money in second place than he did in third, but he wasn't going to win the show anyway. Rubiel had tightened up. He looked better today. And that's it. When Rubiel is, until he gets to the Olympia, where it's going to be other guys with really good, it's going to be guys with better shape and everything that have the same level of mass. No one's going to have those legs, but they're going to have him on aspects like muscle separation and detail, muscle maturity. He's going to have a tough time. I agree with what the gentleman said before. 8th through 12th is a very reasonable expectation for Rubiel at his first Olympia in October, which is nothing to be ashamed of. Coach Powers. Fabian would have beaten Horace. Yeah, I agree with that. Rubiel reminds me of Victor Richards. Yeah, Victor actually had really good structure and proportions. He was a very stocky, thick guy. I knew Victor kind of. He went to my gym for about 6 months in Pasadena, and I would spot him occasionally. Trust me, he didn't need a spotter. I don't know. He just wanted someone there in case. Strong dude. He'd rep the 150s on dumbbell inclines for like 3 sets of 12, no problem. He could have done 180s or 200s, I'm sure. It's Olympia there. Every Olympia stacked. Bruno placing second is insane. I didn't agree with it. Getting worried about these Vic Richards comparison and Ruby actually. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that, Paul. I mean, it's not fair because Victor Richards, I'm not going to say he was a coward, but they gave him a pro card. Basically, they set up a show in Nigeria, which there had never been, the Nigerian championships would never have been considered a pro qualifier, prior to that. I don't know when this was. It was like late 80s, 87, 88, 89. Somewhere in the late 80s, they had a Mr. Nigeria, and Victor went back there. He was from Nigeria originally. He lived in California, Los Angeles area. And I remember seeing a picture of Victor on stage with like three guys who were literally half his size, if that. And he just blew them away. But he never once competed. He never got into contest condition. I saw Victor many times either guest posing or walking around, and he would get, I'd say, a 6 to 8 weeks outlook would be the leanest you would ever see, where you could see he definitely had about another 15 pounds or so, 15 or 20 to be shredded. He never did that. He wanted to stay big and full, and he made a ton of money guest posing because he was a freak. He was. I think they called him the Nigerian Nightmare. There's that famous FIBO footage where he posed down with, I don't know who the other guys were, but Dorian Yates was up there in the offseason, and he looked bigger than Dorian. But Dorian competed. Dorian backed everything up. Victor was always like a what if? What if Victor actually competed? But he never did. So I'll give Rubiel a lot of credit. Not only does he compete, and he's been competing for a few years, but he did not need to do this show. He earned his Olympia qualification last weekend at the Flex Weekend Italy Pro in Milan, Italy. And that would have been it. He could have easily just flown back home to South America, to Colombia, started relaxing maybe for a couple of weeks, give his body a little break, and then get right back into Olympia prep. But instead, he stayed over in Europe, stayed over there and did one more show, and he's got two pro wins now, which is 2 more than most pros ever get. Good for him. Nathan definitely deserves second. Agree with you, Paul. Rubiel is more complete. Nathan was better than Bruno. I believe so. What's up? Get Nathan an interview pronto. Oh, yeah, I'll try. He might be mad because, I was probably critical of saying he shouldn't have said those things to the judges, but I'll try, guys. I'll try. We'll see if he'll give me one. Sometimes people do. I mean, I just had Lee Priest on yesterday. That was a surprise. I'll be talking to Kevin Leveroni soon, but Nathan might be not very happy right now. Here for the updates and comments. Milos doesn't coach. What's up, Xavier? Xavier is over in Australia, where it is currently 5:16 a.m. in the Sydney time zone. I don't know if that's where you are, Xavier Willis, but I give Xavier a lot of credit. He did a watch along. He does it with the still frames because I see people complaining in his live chat. Why pictures? Why no video? Because if you stream the live stream on your channel at the same time, you might get away with it if nobody calls you out on it. But the promoters of the show could easily, because the Olympia's done this many times. If someone's streaming the Olympia live stream, their pay-per-view at the same time, and every viewer that's watching that, the Olympia is missing out on $80. So every time say this was $60, every view that someone on another channel is getting while they're streaming it live, that's somebody that theoretically could have paid $60 to the promoters for the stream. So the promoters, if they have someone checking during the show to, just checking YouTube, doing searches, and they report you can get a strike on your channel. You can lose your channel. And if you're a YouTuber, if that's your main source of income, you don't want to lose your channel, because then what do? You might have to, maybe you have to start a whole other channel. What if you had 100,000 subscribers or 1 million subscribers? I'm being crazy here, but you lost all of that. You got to start from scratch again. Anyway, Xavier, I give him a lot of credit because he was doing this all. He's been up all night. I think he started his coverage at like 11 o'clock at night his time, and he's still awake. God bless you, Xavier Willis. Xavier in the house, too bigger than me. I don't buy those 10 before shows anymore. I think I think people are more conscious of skin cancer now. That's my suspicion. Is like, why they don't want to get skin cancer? Every time you get a suntan, it is damaging your skin. You are technically risking skin cancer, and some people just don't want to do that. Some kind of skin allergy. Yeah, he's been allergic to like every kind of tanning product that he's tried so far. Neckzilla is too narrow. Yeah, I agree. Structurally, he's on the narrow side. I agree. Just curious if there's any more footage out yet. If there's anything up yet on any other channels. Let's see if Beyond the Stage has anything new. No. These guys are slacking. They don't have enough stuff for me to steal. Come on now. I want your footage, guys. Where is it? Where is your footage? What about Body Goes Up Orders? They got anything new? This was actually a guest posing. This is Mark Hector from UK, guys. He's going to be someone to deal with. He's been a pro for a few years, but he's been kind of quiet. I think he had injuries. Yeah, I'm just showing because I think he's pretty damn impressive. This was Fitzwater guest posing. I guess I showed. So this is 14 weeks out from the Olympia. He guest posed yesterday during the amateur portion of the Portugal show, the pro qualifier. Looks good. I mean, the condition, obviously, for 14 weeks out, he's ahead in terms of condition to most of the guys that I've seen posting. Certainly way ahead of Samson, but I don't know, man. He doesn't look bigger to me. I know he supposedly put on all this muscle from last year. I don't see it. I don't know. Let's see the back. Let's go, Fitzy, you Martian. He is a Martian. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think I don't see him getting fourth place again this year. I think he's going to get knocked down a couple. Just because he caught Lunsford slipping and Nick Walker wasn't in the show. That's what I forgot to mention when I was talking about the top 6 guys. So you got 4 Mr. Olympias that I already mentioned: Samson, Derek, Hottie, and Brandon. That's 4. You got Nick Walker, that's 5 guys. You got Andrew Jack, that's 6. So there's your top 6 as far as I'm concerned. Let's say Brandon gets knocked down and up again. Martian could pop in there. But as far as Rubiel beating all those guys and making top 6, it's going to be, that'd be a stretch. That would be a real stretch. But, we'll see what happens. I don't like to write people off, and you can't judge people by the way they look at 14 weeks out. It's too far away. 14 weeks. A lot of things can happen to the body, for better or for worse, in 14 weeks. So this was the minute. Horse MD got the win over Eduardo Duarte, and the crowd booed. Not surprising, because Duarte is from Portugal. He's a hometown guy. Horse, you'd think he'd get some love because he's Brazilian and he speaks Portuguese, but he's not the hometown guy. He lives way across the Atlantic Ocean in Brazil, in South America. Duarte, the guy that's right in front of us here. This is awful. You were just seeing these guys from the back. I don't know who decided to post this footage from the back instead of something from the front. Oh, well, okay. Well, I think he's telling the crowd, no, it's okay. Yeah, he's telling them to stop booing. He's telling them to stop booing, actually. And now he wants to.
Now the crowd, great crowd here in Portugal. And Horse does it. He's going to the O.
I want to play it again to hear the booing now. I want to hear the booing.
Classic T6 Mr. Big Evolution for 2025.
Woof.
The one that we're going to meet.
Wins it.
Since I'm going to call the second place.
Oh, wins it.
And the second place begins with a 7.
Who takes it?
The second place of Mr. Big Emotion Pro 2025 is from Portugal.
Horse MD wins it. Horse MD wins. Miss. Oh, the crowd is. They're not. Well, we're at home. That's how it is. The crowd are not feeling it, but that's how it goes. Brazil and Horse MD takes it as Horse. Now the crowd, great crowd here in Portugal.
What a gentleman! That was good. That's a gracious loser, as you know. Someone could say Nathan is not a gracious loser. He doesn't like losing, but that's a gracious loser to tell the crowd don't boo for the winner, even though he beat me. And you know, nice of him, very nice of him. Let's keep going. Wooston Fuchs, did you reveal this? Neckzilla is going to win, in my opinion. Shout out from the UK. Neckzilla is going to win what, Michael? Don't tell me you think he's going to win the Olympia. If so, whatever you're smoking, give me some of that. I want that. It sounds like you got some good stuff you're smoking. He won this show. The show's over. See, the results are right there. Martin was guest posing. He looked great, but check out the biceps, dude. Well, there's just no detail at all. I mean, him and Derek both. You know, we have to be hypercritical. These are guys that are trying to win the Mr. Olympia, and Derek's already won the Mr. Olympia. You shouldn't have just a bigness. I could say the same thing about Samson. The biceps are like these big, mushy balls. They don't have any detail, striations. I mean, look at old pictures like Ronnie Coleman's biceps at the Olympia. Geez, like Lee Priest. I'm just random people popping into my head. Brandon Curry, Sean Roden. Look at their biceps. They had all these splits and striations and details. These guys, even when they're super lean, you don't see any of that. People say that's from SEO. I don't know if they're putting oil in there or not. Can you even fit any more mass on his frame? You're talking about Rubiel or Martin? No, Martin's already, he likes the word reveal, I heard. Yeah. Talking about the glaze sweating off the biceps. Yeah, I mean, you're hinting around that there's oil in there, and he might. Duke Nukem, great video game. Love your content. And he's got is that one of the Decepticons in there? It's one of the Transformers. Unsubscribed. I thought you left the business. I don't see the MD banner anymore. Oh, MD is gone, dude. There is no MD, dude. MD went out of business on November 16th, 2023, a day that will live in infamy. I got a phone call that day saying the company was shutting down. It was a Wednesday, and Friday the company was gone. They still have a YouTube channel, but nothing's been done to it for almost 2 years now. No videos have been added, nothing. It's just sort of because, you know, YouTube, you know, God forbid I could die tomorrow. My channel would go on forever. YouTube doesn't like remove channels unless there's like a complaint that there's, you know, obscenities or violence or pornography or something. Other than that, you could be dead and your channel could live on for many, many years after you. No, I never did a video about it because it's like, what's there to say? The owner of the company was over 70. He decided to retire, and he'd had a long, illustrious career in the industry. And unfortunately, I had a great gig over there, and it's gone. Rubiel Neckzilla and Nick and Good Vito would be awesome. I think we'll get to see that. Because the only reason we might not is because Nick is a first call-out guy. Nick is going to be in the call-outs with Samson, Derek, Hadi, assuming Hadi can get here. Andrew. I don't know if Rubiel is going to be in that. And I don't think Vito is going to be in that first call-out. So unless they mix and match the call-outs, which sometimes they do to make things interesting. Ron didn't lead the biz left front. Yeah, Paul, it's a bummer, man. I had a really great gig. I was making really good money from me. You know, I wasn't like buying a Lambo or anything, but I was doing well. And now it's a grind. He won't be in the first call-out. Yeah, he won't be in the first call-out. Used to make my mom buy MD magazine when I was a kid. You weren't jacked enough to buy them. Anybody could buy them. If they let Derek win with subpar Jimmy biceps, it's fair game for the league. Well, I mean, Samson doesn't have a ton of detail in his biceps either. Hadi does. I don't think Hadi puts anything in his arms. If you don't like Rubio, stop watching By the Way, Victor. We had Victor and Paul Dillette too. Samson too. Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna call, I feel like if you're gonna call one guy out on something, you might as well just call out everybody on whatever the issue is. It's only fair. Did Nathan post his reaction video yet? Let's check. I'm waiting. I think he's gonna be. more cautious this time as far as what he posts and the tone of it. So he's got a bunch of posts. I hadn't seen, I don't think he's posted anything talking about, no, he's just got posing stuff. Posing, backstage. Yeah, no reaction videos from Nathan. He's, I don't want to say learned his lesson, but he probably realizes that it doesn't do him any favors to complain and whine online. I mean, it's not gonna help your case. It's not gonna. The judges don't look kindly on it. I'll just leave Horse in. Yeah, I mean Horse. I think Horse is natty now. If he's not natty, he's on like barely anything because he had to drop so much muscle mass. I want to show you what Horse looked like before. So this is what he looks like as a classic guy today. Horse MD. I liked him better as an open guy. He wasn't doing poorly. Here he is in Prague last year. Look at that. I like that look a lot better. So much bigger, fuller, rounder, everything. Now he's like bottom heavy because he's still got the legs didn't lose as much as the upper body did. He's still got some good biceps. But, I mean, compared to this, he looks like a shadow of his former self. There he was with Akeem at a different show. Where was that, Impro? I don't know what show that was. There was so many shows. There's so many shows in Europe every year. Yeah. There is a Bruno who just, oh, no, that's not Bruno. Oh, Brazilian guys are going to kill me. That's actually Rafael Brandel. They had the same little scruffy beard. Yeah, I like this version of Horse MD. I hope, I don't know why he went to Classic. If it's a health issue, then that's fine. But if it's not, I'd love to see him look like this again. To me, this is so much better. So much more impressive. Oh, there he is with Hadi. Yep. So Sam's biceps. Yeah. Swear I'm a little dead. Yeah, go to bed. Go to bed, Xavier. Jeez. So I'm taking down for streaming today. Well, I thought Aretha was going to stream it. Aretha Labs. She's a journalist in Brazil. Aretha Luz, beautiful woman, glasses. Anyway, I know that's beside the point. It's pretty sexist of me to even point out that she's attractive, but she's been streaming shows lately live. She's got them herself in a corner, but they don't care. So I don't know who was it. Because I know the only other guy, Muscle Discord does exactly what you do. Matt does the screenshots just like you do. Boss Outlaws having a tough 2025. I mean, he's still got a bunch of top guys, and they're doing well. Just because they're not winning the shows doesn't mean he's a terrible coach. It's not really the fault of the coach, so honestly, it never is. And Paul should know he's a coach. Clients don't always do what the coaches tell them to do. Great interview, Lee. Thank you, man. Yeah, thank you. That's up on my channel, on this channel as well. Lee Priest interview that I posted last night. No good photographers. Yeah. Hey, Muscle Insight. Yeah, I mean, Jonathan Moreau, he's over there, but he went to the show in Tunisia, I think, today. They had a pro show in Tunisia that Muscle Contest put on. And I saw his Instagram page had a bunch of pictures from that. A little color from sun should increase your skin cancer risk. Some of the sunblock. I don't know, man. I don't know why people don't tan anymore. Kyle Martin's holding his hand in the front double. Bye. Now I got to go back to Martin. Okay, fair enough. Beyond the stage, they had Martin. I think they had Martin up yesterday because yesterday was the big amateur day. Where was Martin? That's some terrible footage. I just go to Martin's page. I bet he's got it. And fits. Nope. Martin. Come on, Martin. Where you at? I just saw it. There we go. Martin the Martian. Okay, let's leave this up. We've already shown Rubiel about 1,000 times, so what the heck? Can we hold his hands? Yeah. I mean, obviously, it's still a very good physique. It's world class. He's been 4th at the Olympia last year. So Fitzroy looks a bit, I don't know if he's improving. I don't know if he is either. I don't see it. These bigger guns. I mean, they're the front double. They're just not very impressive. His legs don't even look great right now. I don't know. Maybe it's as he gets leaner, they look bigger, but he does have great. I know he's got great legs. It's not hard to make it look peaky. Well, I think it is hard to give if you're using SEO, and I'm not talking about Martin, I'm just saying in general, from people I've talked to saying there's an art to it, and very few people are that gifted to be able to pull it off and make a peak. Other people, no, they're not. This looks like he blows Rubio away. Well, he should. He was 4th place in Olympia. I think he's really freaking out. Top 3 for me. Yeah. Did Nate get beat by Neckzilla? Yeah. He sure did. He actually got 3rd place, Nathan. Beat Nate and has to be pissed. Yeah, these are the results, guys. Concerned about the biceps. See pics of Mark Hector guest posing. Yeah, I showed that. He looked pretty damn good. He's got Rubiel 12th to 16th. Yikes. Neckzilla needs to work on his shoulders. She's narrow, but his shoulders are one of the weaker body parts. Makes him look narrow because of that. Yeah, I mean, it's those legs. His legs are so huge. They take up so much width on the lower body that you would have to have shoulders that were significantly wider than what he does to truly match them. So he's got his work cut out for him. He really needs to blow up those side delts. Respect the guy for calming the crowd. Yeah, that was Eduardo Duarte, the classic runner-up who a lot of people had beating Horse MD. Damn, I hate Tarek O'Cuddy. It's Tarek. He's like a worse version of Bob Chick as a hype man. Well, you know, he does. Jake Wood hires him. He hosts Primetime Muscle, Olympia TV. He's doing pretty well. Yeah, Rubiel is narrow. Phil Heath did not have the widest clavicles. That is true. That is true. It was AJ Kelly on the mic. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. So to clarify, the voice that was annoying you, Paul, was not Tarek. That was AJ Kelly Robert, who used to host Global Muscle Show podcast with Giles Thomas for MD a few years back. When's Neckzilla competing against Nathan? It was today. Where'd you go? You missed it. Mark Hector is doing Italy in 6 weeks against Sergio. Oh, okay. So Sergio's coming back to Italy. Stefan's coaching arm has a lot of kinks lately. His athletes are slipping places every show. Oh, boy. I mean, is it really? Maybe he's got too many clients. I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there. Does he have too many clients? Well, they didn't even do a post for Rubiel winning this channel Beyond the Stage. I'm surprised. So I'm going to go back to Vitals Up Orders. Let's leave that up while we're a few more comments. I'm going to take off because we've said all we need to say, guys. I think if you die tonight, thank you. Your words will live forever. You died twice. I don't want to die. I don't want to die for a very long time, but I appreciate that. We'll never forgive you either. Forgive and forget. Well, I don't want to be forgotten. And, you know, I did. If it was just the magazines, I think I would be forgotten because people don't really read anymore. Lexus One Wellness, Stefan coaches her. There you go. So there's a win for him. Thank you, son. Host Kevin. Yeah, well, Kevin called me up the other day. I was really surprised. I hadn't heard from him in a while. So we're going to be doing it. We're supposed to do the interview today. He pushed it back a day, which is fine. Yeah, Rubiel is going to be, I mean, Marcus Rule had the crowd eating out of his hand at the Olympia. And he did get 5th place one year, but, you know, Rule was a guy who was never going to win the Olympia. He didn't have the shape and the aesthetics for it, but he had so much ungodly mass. Nathan has no chance. Nathan is old. Local injection make the muscle look dead. Híjole. Nathan has no legs. Well, compared to Rubiel, nobody has legs. Horse lost 33 kilos. Holy crap. 33. Now I got to do, you're going to make me do math. 33 kilos is 2 times 2.2. Holy crap, 72 pounds he dropped. So I was way off. He actually lost a lot more weight than I thought he did. Horse MD came down 72 pounds from open to classic. Wow, Horse is natty. I believe he is. Okay, see, I believe that because if he lost 72 pounds of muscle, he has to be off everything. Baby, no, baby, please. Torn bicep problems, very long midsection was actually good. Talk about Nathan. Is everything up? Oh. I agree his waist for open. Horse MD had to put weight on, but it looked amazing. Classic, I think he's too big for classic. Okay. I don't think Horse is too big for classic. I think he's just really flat looking. I'd love to see him go back to open. Biceps. Brenda. Oh, okay. Ronnie, very short torso, long limbs. Kai Green, Phil, even Dorian also had short torso. Smith has incredibly long torso. Well, you don't want a short torso. You want an average torso. You want proportionate torso, arms, legs. You don't want your head to be too big or too small. You want everything in proportion, ideally. So Brazil is for his healthy. You don't need to train like he's open. Okay, so horses made that decision to move to classic for his health. That's fine. Let's get through by using the wrong name for the show. You start to transmit. You mean to va a empezar a un canal de YouTube para usted? Okay. Flex Wheeler, I runs the short road. Look the best in my opinion from. Yeah, those are some amazing bodybuilders right there. Why do you think Martin's front last pair looks so bad? It's not his strongest shot. Charles Glass was king at where to shoot SEO. If you ever do the inner, it blurs the line between the tricep. Where can I find the result? It'll be on the IPB website. Sometimes it takes a couple hours. Keep checking. I know it's not that late for you yet. I think Martin got lucky placing fourth. I think he peaked perfectly. The judges just loved how he came in. I think that's why it's Hunter 2 time off. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Hunter. Oh, is Hunter taking this whole year off? He's not even competing. Martin performed better than ever at the Olympia, deserved fourth place. I just don't know. Was that his one great show, that last Olympia? Because sometimes you never see the guys look that great again. It's like one show where they looked amazing and they never repeat that. He's off. His new sponsor Pink is paying him big. Well, then good for Horse. Make that money, get that bag, and solid broadcasting. Well, thank Ron Harris for his commitment. Thank you, Paul. I always appreciate you being on here. Yeah, I'm gonna take off. My son's home. We're gonna go to the gym. I can train my right side. Yeah, let's stop. See, I'll show you my scar before I leave, how it's healing up. I'm supposed to be wearing my sling. I'll wear it to the gym, but yeah, baby, look at that. Ooh, so that's where they sliced me. Got a whole new $40,000 titanium shoulder. Can't wait to heal up, go to my physical therapy, get that thing back into condition. And I want it to be performing like the left side, the right side has been for years. And but I'm just very grateful I was able to get this done. Anyway, guys, I appreciate all of you for joining me today on the stream. Put the results up one more time. Horse MD did win Classic. Madelman, a.k.a. Jose Maria Mete Berry, he won the 212 division. Of course, Neckzilla Rubiel Mosquera from Colombia. Back-to-back wins. Flex Weekend, Italy Pro Milan last week. Today in Portugal was it Big Man Evolution? What do they call this one? The Portugal Pro, I call it. So he's got another win under his belt. And congrats to him. He's headed to the Olympia in a few weeks. So congratulations. And that is it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your night. See you later.